Hello everyone, welcome to Legacy IS. So this is our topic for today. Now, Army is raising something known as Baaz Battalions. Okay, we'll understand what is this. This is mainly about unmanned aerial vehicles. Okay, let's understand what is this, and then we'll also understand what are the important drones that India has. That can be anytime asked in prelims. Now, let's get started. So, what it says, what are Baaz Battalions? Okay, and why is the Indian army raising them? Now understand this. So this is what, see, battalions, you understand, correct? You must have heard of battalions of different battalions of army, correct, of navy, all those you must have heard, correct? So battalion is basically a group of soldiers, if you want to call it in very general terms. So basically what they are doing here is Baaz battalions are actually specialized battalions that will be for drone or UAV system operations only. As we have seen in Russia Ukraine war, even Israel Hamas, and in Operation Sindoor, that unmanned aerial vehicles, that is UAV or drones, these are becoming very important in warfare, and that is why we are coming up with a specialized battalion for this purpose only. So instead of calling it drone, we call it unmanned aerial vehicle, because drone, when you hear of, you think of that four-legged thing going up. That is just one type of it. Unmanned aerial vehicles can be anything. So basically, if you can make like a aircraft like, okay, fixed wing aircraft like thing, if you make, and if it does not have anybody inside and you can still control it using remote, that also is unmanned aerial vehicle, correct? So everything is included here. Now, so you understood what is this battalion. This will be different from drone detachments or whatever army usually has. So specialized one, raised for this purpose only. So raised to prepare for future technology driven warfare, as I said, driven by the lessons from these wars in particular. Then next thing is, what are why are Baaz battalions called Army's central brain for drone operations? So central brain, as in all the information that is coming will be dealt by these army battalions, okay, or Baaz battalions, who will be dealing with everything that is related to unmanned aerial vehicles. So now they will centralize drone operations, maintenance, training, and data management. They will support surveillance, intelligence gathering, and precision strikes. So everything related to drones will be now under them. This will make it much more compact and much more precise as far as management of UAVs are concerned. Then now, what operational capabilities and larger role Baaz battalions will play? Of course, deep penetration, reconnaissance. Okay, so there are three terms: ISR. This is intelligence. Intelligence is basically everything under the sun, basically getting information from any source, collating that information, everything is intelligence. Then you have surveillance. This is continuous. So basically continuous eye you are keeping over a region. For example, along the border, the military will try to do surveillance using unmanned aerial vehicles. Constantly they are monitoring if there is some activity. Okay, now this specific term, this is reconnaissance. What is this? This is mission specific. So what it will do, for example, this was also seen in Operation Sindoor. Some footages were released where drone from India went there and it went inside those places, the headquarters of those terrorist organizations. The drone went there, took the entire pictures and videos of that region, and then that was supplied, and then it was gone, correct? So that was what. Now this was mission specific. Why? Because we were planning to target those regions using missiles. This is called reconnaissance. Understood? So mission specific information about the terrain, about the area, everything is done under this. So this is usually called ISR capabilities. Many drones, if they are being used by the military, have this ISR capability. Then, so identification of strategic targets, then standardized training, maintenance, equipment management, part of Army's broader decade of transformation. So Indian Army is going through a decade of transformation where we'll be making it more and more modernized, as we already had a war, correct? So we are preparing much better right now. This is what you need to know. Then next thing is, what is the strategic value and what challenges come with this? See, strategic value, so this gives you asymmetrical advantage in counter infiltration and counter terrorism and deep surveillance. Why asymmetrical? Because here directly soldiers and everything is not involved, correct? And these are very difficult to be detected by radar systems. Also, no country like Pakistan, eventually they stopped caring about all these drones that were coming from India, small drones, correct? And they just let it cause small amount of harm. Why? Because missiles and all being used to destroy it is not very good or not very cost efficient, correct? That is why this is almost called asymmetrical advantage. Then reduces direct risk to soldiers in high risk missions, understood? Then also increases vulnerability to enemy drones. Now this is important because we are deploying all of this, then enemy drones will also be deployed, because this will essentially become unmanned aerial vehicles warfare, correct? Now for this, what we require stronger counter drone systems such as Bhargav Astra. Okay, this is being made by a private company called Solar. Yeah, Solar Defense and Aerospace Limited. Solar Defense and Aerospace Limited. This is the private company that is making it for us. What is Bhargav Astra? These are small anti-missiles. So what they will do, they can destroy those drones that are coming our way. Drone swarms, that is many drones coming towards us, all those. Now you cannot use the conventional missiles. So this is the system that we also want to deploy, correct? To want to protect us, so as to protect us. Then last thing is this is the table showing all India's military UAV inventory matrix. Now okay, see here, so there are many different, their origin. For example, heroin came from Israel. Searcher 2 also came from Israel. Now we are also getting Heron TP, this is also from Israel, correct? Then you have MQ-9B, this is from USA, and others are usually made in India by DRDO or this Idea Forge. Now what are these different categories? This you understand. Medium altitude, long endurance. MALE means medium altitude, long endurance. Altitude means the height that it can go to, that is medium. Long endurance span means that it can remain in on that height for a very long time. Then tactical is something that is directly used in warfare. Then same male, then mini micro UAV, this is fine. Then vertical takeoff and landing, this is hybrid UAV, so it will take off vertically and land also like this. Then HAL is what? High altitude long endurance. Then this is loitering munition, basically it will drop some bombs or something. Then this is target. Then UCAV, this is another term that you need to know. This is what? Unmanned combat aerial vehicles, correct? So this is for combat, direct combat. Then stealth, you understand, that is hidden UCAV, correct? Then again munitions, and then mail again, you know. So these are different kinds of categories. Role you have already understood, most of them are ISR, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, correct? Now this is tactical, this is strike or kamikaze. What is kamikaze? The drone which will go and collide with any important thing and will get destroyed itself and will destroy whatever that important thing is as well. For example, small kamikaze drones were sent towards Pakistan, hitting some building, causing small amount of destruction, and that drone is also destroyed. These are called kamikaze drones. Then you have aerial target training, multi-role combat, which can do many of these things. Then deep strike, because this is unmanned combat aerial vehicles. Then precision strike, then long range ISR, and ELINT. ELINT is what? Electronic intelligence. Correct? In security we learned now OSINT, ELINT. So This is electronic intelligence, basically information gathering. So all these are the roles. Operational status is fine. Okay, I have given here so that you at least have some clue. Basically, some are inducted, some are under development, some are right now being procured, and all this. This table is very important. Okay, this table is not directly that's something that I have picked from Google. I have created this table myself using whatever notes I had of important drones in India. So please try to remember that. For example, Rustam or Tapas. This is very important. This looks like an aircraft. Okay, this is developed by India. Okay, so this is it for this topic. Thank you.